Suspect that long-haul truck driver husband is cheating but he denies it. So my husband 34M has been a long-haul truck driver for about 3 years now. Periodically when he does come home he's so tired that he leaves everything packed in the garage, backpack, duffel, suitcase etc. Call it woman's intuition, but I could tell something was going on. I started going through his things. Well, I found gas station sex pill wrappers, and other male sexual enhancements. The first time I discovered delay spray and a blue rhino pill. He said he felt like he hadn't been satisfying me because for some reason he started ejaculating much quicker than he ever has. So he said he was embarrassed to talk to me about it, which I understood, but something kept telling me there was more to the story. So I continued to periodically go through his bags upon his return home. So I began to notice that he never takes the stuff out, just keeps it in his bag. I went for it at first, but then I started keeping track of what he had when he left and what had when he returned. He claims he only gets these things on the way home to use with me, but I know that's a lie because there's always something new when he returns. Please weigh in on this. He continues to deny using these things with anyone but me, but I'm not buying it. Oh, and I also noticed he's been taking an old phone of his on the road as well. Should I let my new wife know she used to have a racy nickname? I have a tale of slight regret and I'd like advice from this crew on whether to do something about it as we are newlyweds. When my wife, 32F, and I, 34M, were in our early dating days 6 years ago, a group of close friends, 3 male, 2 female, we had been friends since high school, and I were out having drinks and catching up. The subject of sex and relationships came up, and I mentioned that I was seeing someone new. I was asked how the sex was, and I said we had not done it yet, but mentioned that she gave me the best oral I had ever had in my life. There were a couple jokey follow-up questions about why it was so great, and I shared a couple of the things she did. One of the friends, female actually, then dubbed my new girl, who is now my wife, the nickname the BJ Queen. It was all in good fun, and for a while when the friends would ask how things are going, they would sometimes say how are things with BJQ or whatever, poking some fun but not in a malicious way. Well, fast forward to today, BJQ is my wife and I regret sharing those details so openly, since it became kind of a running, good-natured joke. My wife is not aware of any of this, and I'm wondering if I should confess to this. I don't think she'd necessarily find out, but it's not out of the question that she'd learn she had a nickname in some accidental way someday. Should I continue to keep this from her? Would you want to know? My husband's dog killed my childhood cat. I'm still mourning the death of Mitz, my beloved cat. He was our family cat. I had him since I was a child. My husband has been wanting a dog for a long time, so I agreed we can have one as long as he gets along with the cat. My husband brought home a 3-year-old 100% pure Brittany breed over a month ago. These are hunting dogs. They hunt small animals like birds, bunnies, I guess cats too. We didn't know about this dog's breed. I never even heard of breed called Brittany in my life before. We were told by the shelter that she was some sort of Springer Lab mix. The shelter said the original owner literally just came in the other day to surrender her because the original owner was a college student and didn't have time for her anymore. The dog was super friendly when we met her. We did bring the cat to the shelter to introduce them to and everything seemed fine. But we started noticing odd behaviors from the dog after bringing her home. She was just super hyper all the time. I've never seen an adult dog so hyper even after running and playing for several dogs straight. Her energy level was just insane. It was like a dog on crack cocaine. We started noticing some dead rabbits in the backyard too. Also, we noticed she was chasing and scaring the cat. So we took her to the vet. They did a DNA test and she was a 100% Brittany. They gave us information about the breed and I immediately said we need to rehome her. My husband said he doesn't want to do that and he grew an attachment to the dog and he really loved this dog, so he insisted we make this work. He thought since it was just a possibility that would happen and wanted to try training the dog. We did some more research after we found out about her breed. We saw some Brits were able to live with cats. But this was the risk I wasn't going to take after I read more negative stories than positive ones. I told my husband I don't think it's a good idea and we need to get rid of this dog. I told him we would find her a more suitable home. He got mad and refused. He told me to get rid of my childhood cat instead of this predator dog that we just got like over a month ago. Literally almost 2 weeks later the dog killed my cat. I saw her. It looked like the dog grabbed Mitz by the neck with her mouth. My husband feels awful about this. He apologized. We brought the dog back to the shelter. I can't get over this. I can't forgive my husband either. Part of me does blame my husband and hold him accountable for this mess. I get turned on by true crime. I don't know why, and I feel very bad about it. I get very turned on by the idea of someone capturing me, taking advantage of me, and maybe even ending my life. I don't want someone to actually do it, and I have never shared this before, but it's a big thing for me. I notice when I listen to killers talking about what they did I start to feel tingly. I know this is wrong, but too scared to seek help for this. I have been washing my face with my own seed for 3 years. Okay, so when I was in middle school I heard that your seed was great for your skin. According to Google that's not really true, but regardless I stored this information in my brain until I moved to my new home 3 years ago and I'm 23 now. One day I pleased myself in the shower and had gotten my seed on my one hand and had a very impulsive idea to mix it with my face wash. I mixed just a little in with my regular face wash I have been using for years and didn't think anything of it. I just rubbed it together in my hands with my face wash like normal and washed my face. Fast forward like roughly 2 weeks and my face is completely acne free and I completely convinced myself that it was due to my seed. Now fast forward roughly 3 years and I still do it pretty much 3 to 4 times a week since I don't always wash my face in the shower anymore, but I truly believe that my seed cleared my skin up.